People deluded. I'm back again. I'm here with Blade. No, I'm joking, man. Introduce yourself. What you on, man? I never knew Blade's a Spurs fan. Still, even
Hey,
man.
tell him, bro. Tell him.
What you saying though? I let them know you are for people
Yeah.
who don't know you, man.
Yeah, bro. My name is Michee artist. Obviously a rapper, but you get me. Man's repping for the Coys for Spurs right now. You get me for the Yids.
Unfortunately,
Feel me? Feel me? Man said, unfortunately.
unfortunately,
I said it already. You're deluded, Ak. You're deluded.
bro. You live in
Told you
Everton.
already,
Why
bro.
is for Spurs, man? You could have done better.
You
You
know what's
like
crazy?
disappointment.
You know what's crazy? This is what's mad. I've known you for a minute. That's the maddest thing. I've known you
It's a man. We
before
used
you
to play for the
become
same team. People don't even know, fam. You say?
Yeah, before you were a sensation, man used to kick ball. We used to kick ball together, bruv. That's the maddest thing. You get
It's
me? And
fun.
clearly couldn't play football, and your
Look at this guy. Size
taste
connection
in football
busts out,
teams are
people.
whack as well. So
Give it
it's
a
cool, bro.
rest,
It's
mate.
cool. It's cool. We're in.
Look at this guy's on was already, fam. It's been a minute in and he's on was, bro. You see, Arsenal, if you're listening, patent this team, please, because this will not happen again. This is what happens because them man they got no titles and they're talking was. They're talking was. This is what
We're
Jose
gonna change
did.
that real soon. We're gonna change that real soon. This
I
year
mean,
we're
you're top
changing
of the
that. See, no
table now. What are you saying? You're top of the table. You see
bro.
yourself winning it.
Listen, I'm always gonna say yes, and especially if it looks like a possibility. I feel like Jose's mixed it up a little bit, and he's bringing the best out of some of our players right now that necessarily weren't playing that great or weren't getting a lot of playing time last season. Dombele is a great example, and I just feel like that's showing this season. Like we're coming off the trot, we're winning a couple of games. Obviously, yesterday I feel like we could have played with a bit more motivation, and we could have played a bit better yesterday. But I'm not complaining. I just feel like he's bringing the best out of our team right now. It's just my humble opinion.
What did you think of yesterday though? Because obviously you can't read too much into the Europa League, and our form is bad, your form is good, but form goes out the window. But it don't look good, the way you look kind of drew and how Jose's chatting going into Sunday's game. And I saw a lot of first teamers play.
Like I said,
that?
I feel like we could have played better. And word to what you're saying as well. Like even Mourinho coming off the back of yesterday, I'm seeing him. He's saying that obviously like we could have played. He feels like we were lacking motivation. You get me? And I feel like that was kind of almost the best way to kind of explain how I was feeling. Like I said, I feel like we could have played better. But I don't feel like it's shaking my belief on how we'll play against you guys. I feel like obviously a derby always brings the best out of the players. Hopefully Harry Kane should be back for them as well.
He'll play, man.
Bro, I just feel like we could play better. But I'm not down in the dumps. You feel me?
What are you saying for this thingy thing? Apparently, I don't know if it's true, but apparently there's rumors that Loris, I think it's Was, it's them Jose rumors, but apparently Loris might be injured, he might not play. There's talk of Joe Hart, and based on the highlights yesterday, it didn't look good for Joe Hart.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen all the memes and stuff, like, regarding how, like, he'll be training Joe Hart and that, but, like, I saw a few memes and whatever, which made me laugh. But honestly, bro, what do I think? I hope, obviously, Luis plays. You get me? I hope he does. But like at the end of the day, if we're running out of options, then it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? If we're left with Joe Hart, then hopefully, like I said, like how Mourinho's done with some of our players, hopefully you'll bring the best out of Hart. I mean, you kind of said it as well. Like what we've seen of Hart in the past, it's a bit of a sticky one. But who knows, man? Who knows, bro?
Facts. We got a question here, and I think Eric Dyer's played well this season, but I'm assuming this is at you because you're a Spurs fan. People, make sure you're hitting the like button. They've said thoughts on Eric Dyer because I feel there's a mistake in him positionally as a centre half. I feel that too, but I think he's been all right this season.
Bro, I think I think he's been good. Like even I'm looking at his interceptions and stuff like that. I feel like, well, as one part of his game, obviously, but I feel like I haven't felt shaky with like Dyer, if I'm being honest. He's not someone I looked at and be like, oh, we need to get someone in. But I saw that I think we bought or we're trying to buy a guy from Inter Milan as well. A defender, just kind of broaden our options. But I feel like he's been good still.
Yeah, he's done all right this year still.
Yeah. I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like, oh, we need more centre halves and we need to broaden out. I mean, obviously, like transfer window, I'm always going to hope that we can get someone more options in. Me, whether it be strikers, because that was one thing I wanted for the season, like a lot more strikers. But it just is what it is. But if we can branch out in defenders as well, because so I've been hearing that some people have been saying like they don't feel like that's his best position. Like that, I don't
I
feel like
think
it's
it
his
is,
best
fam.
position. You think
Dyer
so?
himself has said it. Dyer himself has said, I'm on the centre half thing now. He said, I spoke to Poch. I said, this is me when Poch was there. And he said it under Jose. And I mean, there's no coincidence. First and foremost, you've settled on a position. So there's stability. Second of all, you know, whatever man say about Jose, if you're a centre half and you don't learn under him and improve, you have to blame yourself because that's the university
True.
of defending sort of thing. So he's only going to go from strength to strength. So I like what that, I mean, he's a Spurs guy, but banter aside, I like what Dyer's been coming with. You know, they're asking you who, you know, apparently this guy looks like deluded. He's some counterfeit me, you know, he can never be as pretty as me. But Bird's right. What are you saying? Because I think that guy needs to stick to YouTube vids because he's not messed still. What's your thoughts on him?
Man said you were like Burbank.
Yeah, they get on to me.
I think of Burbank. You know what it is, yeah? Like I said, I haven't. There's not really many guys. I'm like, oh, yo, he's whack. Do you get me? Everyone's gonna have points to improve. I feel like, do you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I feel like with the team's been playing well. The past few games, I think I'll be able to get a real gauge. I'm a passion player, innit? So I like to see who steps up when. Do you get what I'm saying? Like highlight moments, like Arsenal versus Spurs. That's a highlight moment. You get me? So I feel like, yo, okay, cool. Let me see who's really. That shows me who's really invested in the team because that's culture-wise, isn't it? So I'll be able to give like a real give me gauge after the match this weekend.
So Dave, so like I agree with what you're saying in that you know tactics is relevant, technicality is relevant, but it comes down to passion, determination, and the rest of it, and that's what you need to see. Let me chat about Dele Alli because you know in other years, bro, in other years he's someone that I would be speaking about on my vids like, yo, we gotta keep Dele Alli quiet. He likes to do this, he likes to do that, but he's a forgotten man. Now I can, from outsider looking in, I've always said this is going to happen because I said when under Pochettino, with the role you lot had Dele doing and Dyer even in midfield, it's not sustainable. It's working, but it's not sustainable. And Dele wasn't doing much when he wasn't scoring. And now, you know, you're not scoring. You got Ndombele in form. You know, a couple other men are doing things. There's not really a spot for you. I still think there's a way back, but I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't really know the thing like you and following it like you. So what's the Spurs sentiment around it?
That's the same thing that was kind of, I felt last season with Ndombele. Like, I thought his days were numbered. I'm gonna be real. I thought his days were numbered. Like, he wasn't really fitting into the Mourinho regime. I mean, of course, fans got like a bigger insight after watching All or Nothing and seeing how Ali, the conversations between him and Mourinho. Going into the season, it's kind of like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I think it's worse in Ali's situation because we've kind of seen behind the scenes and how his interaction with Mourinho, and you know, as much as I feel like Mourinho may express his belief in Ali's potential, I don't know whether it's, you know, maybe Ali's motivation or whether it's something else that us the fans aren't seeing. I genuinely believe that it's like, whoa, I do think it's kind of sticky for him in the team at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Based off what I've seen. I'm not behind the scenes to kind of see the interactions that we have seen. And even like you said, the progression of a lot of the players in the team and how everyone's been playing, is there really a spot for him?
That's it. He ain't matured enough. Like Neil saying, he ain't. For me, he just hasn't matured enough. It's like he was doing up the left wing sort of half role. Son's taking that. You know, you've got Bell, we'll get on to Bell. He's not bringing
that. Sonny's taking that. He owns that.
Grabbed it off him. Like he said, no, there's no more of this. Midfield, they've locked it off. So on one hand, he's got to fix up. But at the same time, it does feel like a bullying thing looking outside. Like it looks like Jose said, you know what? End of the day, I'm onto you. And now he's not on Ndombele.
That's the worst thing because we can speculate. We like the fans, us fans, we always speculate. But the worst thing is when they're showing the one-to-one conversations between Ali and Mourinho, and it's like, for me, that's kind of like, whoa. I may have speculated that Mourinho don't like him, as we always do, and we've been doing that since we were young. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, he doesn't like him. Even with other managers. But we've seen like, okay, cool. Like Mourinho was saying straight up, like, I saw you MK Dons, I thought you were 30. Now I'm kind of like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah,
like,
what's going on? You're not on it.
You're not on it. We're seeing that, and we're seeing like your attitude this, that, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so now we're seeing it firsthand. That's why I'm kind of thinking like his days are numbered. Like you said, Sonny's held that. You feel me?
Clapped him off it, finessed him for it. Like, do you think you shot him though? How much do you think you get for Dele?
Someone just said it now as well. I don't think Ali is I'm not gonna say certain enough because he's like, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think he's grown as a player and like. I'm not gonna say proving himself, but I also feel like other managers look at it like, right, if you can't down to Mourinho and hold your spot, like,
What am I
I
gonna
look
do
at
with
it.
you?
What am I gonna do if he looks a bit mad? Like Mourinho masterclass, where do you fit in that? If you don't fit in that, what's going on? Do you feel me? So
Mm.
I don't know. Like if we sold him, I don't think it wouldn't be like, whoa, we sold him for this much. It would just be like, oh yeah, we sold him for like a disclosed fee of so and so. You know
Make
what
a
I'm
little
saying?
fees on that
But
and then
one thing
keep
I
it
want to
moving.
say, bro, I
Go
gotta
on.
say, bro, I've been watching your thing, 30. I have to say it, bro,
I
because
don't. Ah, you're gassing me, bro. Don't do
no, I
that.
have to say it, bro. I have to say it, bro. This guy, you know what I'm saying? He's
Appreciate
holding
that.
a couple of brothers with no kids and that. You get me? You're doing your thing, so I have to kind of, I had to say it, bro. 30. Trust me, proper.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. All right, let me chat to you about Jose though, because obviously, it's been I won't say it's been a tough time, but it's been a journey, like any manager getting a new club and that. And there's
Of
been
course.
times man have been feeling him, man have said
Mm,
this and that. What's your
mm.
feelings on Jose? Because I'm pretty sure, you rate him, but like, is there
I,
still any criticisms in that?
it was not even criticism. Slightly is, but I'm happy with Mourinho. I can't even sit here and be like, I'm not happy, bro. Like
Mm,
things like me as a fan, I would be like, oh, that's like even when like last season when like not even last season even a few months ago when it was
mm,
going on from the Reese and there was like things going on within the team and this that and the third. I was like, yeah, it's true. The passion, like, you get me, that man, I need to see that. And Mourinho was even
mm.
it's good like stuff things that I would say behind the scenes. I feel like Mourinho says it for the passionate fan. Like I says it without no filter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And the press, the media, they've always said that to come up or to play under Mourinho, it's difficult because he's demanding and he criticizes you publicly. Like we saw with Umbrella, like he'll criticize
And
you
he's not the arm
publicly.
around the
Um,
shoulder sort of done.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's difficult for a lot of people. Especially for fans as well to take on board. But for me, I feel like for a team like Tottenham, all we've needed is a good kick up the arse, excuse my French.
Mm, mm.
Because I feel like, especially in recent times, we've had players that are good enough to be pushed to that potential or to that barrier, and we just don't have the extra push. And I feel like he's the manager we need. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but you can see glimpses. Even when we're not
Mm.
performing, he has. It's not like some managers will be like, oh well, it's just one of those games. No, he'll be like, no, this is what we need to improve on, and
Mm.
moving forward, this is how we
He's
need what
on
we
to
need to
them.
display. Yeah, he's relentless. You know what I'm saying, and
Mm.
that's what we needed. After it's been over a decade, man, seen a trophy. Like, man gets heartache in the group chat, bro. Like, it's not even. I'm not even laughing because it's real, bro. Like, it's real. So I'm saying, so it's come to the point where, yeah, like I think even on the board, they know that we have to get someone that just was a no nonsense manager, and Jose is that guy. So I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, we need to get someone. He is the one, the special one.
He is the guy. He's doing a lot. I hope he's not the special one come Sunday. What do you need to improve on? Because when I pre Spurs now, yeah, you're getting results. But I look at it when I look at the Brightons, the Evertons, the West Bromwich Albions, couple of games that obviously you need to win ugly. But sometimes you're looking at you lot, whether you've drawn like against West Ham or even won against Brighton, like I said, you're making it harder than it needs to be, and you're needing these late goals. I think you don't need to shut out games a bit more, be a bit more clinical. So, what
A bit
is the
earlier,
next
a bit
task for
earlier.
you? What do you need to improve?
I feel like just more chances. I feel like just creating more chances and executing them as well. Like you said, like we're leaving it quite late. Do you know what I'm saying? To
Mm,
secure the wins, which is risky because in those periods where you're not creating the chances because we'll finish off late, bro. And in that period,
mm,
these other teams are creating chances for themselves and they're just unlucky. It'll come a day we don't even know when, but it could come a period where like it could be crunch time for us. And we haven't. I feel like we need to nip that out of the bud. And the fact that an Arsenal fan can notice this is wild. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Same way, as me as a Tottenham fan, I can see that like I feel like Arteta's going through it right now. He's relying on a few key players to carry the team. And the fact that I can acknowledge that, I'm not going to say that what you're acknowledging is incorrect. I feel the same way. I just feel like I can be nipped in the bud in training. You know what I'm saying? These types of drills, just helping people create like from the midfield, building up play from the midfield or from the back, and get comfortable. You know, getting into the box from early. And still being able to maintain the defense. If you can do that,
Facts.
bro. If you can do that, then yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't see any reason why we should not finish in the top. Like why we shouldn't finish top 2, top 3.
Yeah, I mean, you
Obviously
know,
win the league, but you get me.
It's down to you lot to just keep continuing what you're doing. It's consistency, you know. The boys, I guess Spurs players, you need to look at it. Okay, we're doing well, but it's December. We need to be doing this in May because that's all that's going to matter. And obviously, transfers are a big part. You know, Højbjerg's come, been very good. You know, Ndombele last season he's settled. He's doing what he needs to do. Reguilon's been good. It brings me, you know, because when you mention Levy previously, Spurs fans will say, "Yeah, he's tight. He's this and that." You know, I feel you can't really complain of this window, car. You kind of addressed every area. Whether the players succeed or not is another thing, but you've signed
Another
every
thing, yeah.
area. So what are you lot
Facts.
saying for Levy now? Like my man Wayne has said, you know, how the man feel about Levy? Does Levy get a pass now? I know people used to say that he was too frugal. So what's the sentiment now around Levy with you Spurs lads?
I mean, you know, patches were made. You get me? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, yo, like Levy needs to free up the wallet and that and the third. And like I just like, I agree with you. I think it's down to the players at this point. I could point fingers at Levy all day long. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's not on the pitch. You know,
Exactly.
if anything, he's the investor. You know, and everything's down to the to the coaches behind the scenes and the players on the field. I've heard obviously it's looking like a possibly Jedson might leave in January transfer window.
Who?
The Portuguese youth that Mourinho bought in.
Gedson. Yeah, he looks rubby, man. You're not gonna miss him.
He's robbed. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I thought he was robbed from early, like from I think Norwich time from when they knocked us out. I said this guy's robbed, bro. But yeah, no. Apart from that, no, I'm not. I haven't got. I think last year I thought come some type of way with Levy, but nowadays I can't even lie to you, bro. I don't even feel like okay, need to free up the weight, like I said, and spend more money on players. I feel like players we've got right now, what could man? Everyone was saying get Bell, bro. He got Bell, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got Bell. However they
You've been
did,
saying that for a minute.
bro. I saw people crying on the PO, crying like your Bell's back. You get me? Man, even made a tune and that. Shout out to my guy George. But I just feel like, yeah, bro, like he's delivering, bro. What can I say? Like, what can we say? At the end of the day, it's the players. You know what I mean? Obviously, like I still feel like there's players we can get in. Like I said, there's an Inter Milan defender we secured. I keep forgetting his name, bro. But yeah, like I do feel like Mourinho, he does respect Mourinho's opinion and his input. And if there are people that I feel like we need to get, he feels like we need to get Mourinho. I mean, you know, that Levy will listen. You get me? He believes in Mourinho. You feel me? Yeah, I'm happy so far. I think the main thing was, like I said, it was just our way of play and executing our chances. It's not really we need to get this type of play, we need to get that. Our strike force is 30, bro. Like, we've got Kane,
Nah,
Son.
it is.
Like, what am I?
I just think you need an informed Bale now, or you need someone else. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I think Moore is a good player, but I think them man there is a squad thing. I don't think it's quite levels because when it's real talk because it's like you got to look at it. You know, 9 times out of 10, Son has a good game or Kane. But I look at it if I'm Jose Mourinho and Son has a bad game or Kane has to get subbed, who is gonna do it? Moore has chipped in and he's got a Champions League hat trick to his name in a shirt, but I don't think he's at the levels. That's why I'm looking at Bale now. Walk on for Bale. Why isn't he? You know, when I'm watching Match of the Day, I'm not seeing Gareth Bale. I'm not hearing Gareth Bale when I mention Spurs. What's going on with Bale? He didn't look good yesterday either, or against West Brom. I thought his way back.
For the same way, I feel like the more, obviously, like you said, bro, it's December, innit? You get me? It's December. You know, I feel like going into the new year, I want to see that shift now, should I say? I want to see that shift because you come from obviously it was isolated from Madrid for a minute. You get me? But you come from that. I'm not gonna. There's levels in it. Let me just say there's levels. But I do feel like I think he's just getting used to the team, the atmosphere, and everything, and the energy of play. And that's my personal belief. And if some players, as great as you are, it can take a bit of time to settle in. And start performing at the level that because we know the level and we know the level we want Bell to perform at. I certainly do. That's 100%. I do feel like he hasn't been hitting my expectations as of late. But since Poch, even before Poch, I don't like to cut off people in Spurs too early. I like to give a time to breathe because people are early on. They're asking about Mourinho early on. Like, oh, what do you think? I'm thinking, bro, he's just started. You get me? I'm not gonna say like, oh, Bell's just started, but I feel like, I want to give him a few more games before I make out because this is something that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give it my time. I don't feel like he's played, outstanding. I'm not by any means, but he is Bale at the end of the day. I feel like just give him a bit of time to settle in, and he's gonna deliver, bro. That's just how I feel. He's getting used to the style of play, he's getting used to the players, probably preying how the players are, and a lot of it I feel like has to do with the dressing room as well. You get me? I don't know what it's like in the dressing room right now. They're probably on the camera welcoming and everything, but like you don't know how it's behind the scenes. That has a lot to do with the performance as well. So yeah, man. Like I said, I'll give him a few more games. I'll give him a few more games. Like I said, I'm not 100% happy with how he's been playing recently, but that's my guy. That's my guy from secondary school and boot cut time. So I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance.
Like he said, man, it's like I think football fans and Spurs fans, I think man need to understand that it's not the same Gareth Bale. That doesn't mean he's a bad player. It's just you're not gonna get the mad breezing. He's still gonna be good, but you have to realize that. And also, man, forget how much football this man actually missed at Madrid. You can't just miss all of that, put on a Spurs shirt, fans chant your name, and you're already back doing all of that. You need to get fit. You need, we never know how much he's, he has declined a bit, but we don't know how much he's lacking in terms of fitness. Of course, as well, the double whammy of that is, Bear Man will say, why don't you just play him consistently all the time? You can't really do that when you got injuries all the time and you ain't been playing, you play 3 games or so on the spin, he damages his hamstring, he's out for a month or so, and
it's long for us.
Yeah, it's long, fam. It's long because we don't know what his recovery rate's like, and the older you get, the longer it takes to recover. And Spurs got him on loan, a 20 million loan or so. So there's not really any time for them injuries and that business there.
This is what I was saying. Real Madrid, this is what I was saying. Like, he didn't get like I said, he was isolated at Real Madrid. He didn't get a lot of playing time. So it's like coming straight here where we basically worship you, bro. You get me? It's hard to just the switch is. That's why I said, it's the shift. I have to give him like time. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna for the views. I'm gonna be like, oh, Bell. Like I know, do you know what I'm saying? I know how it is coming in from such. Like I said, it's levels. Do you know what I'm saying? And then coming to Spurs, where pretty much threw a shirt, made a whole press, everything of you coming, and then literally like slapping you in. We can't expect you to just be like playing how you were against Inter Milan.
That's not how football works, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'll stick to my guns, and I'll give him a few more games. I don't want to just jump out the gate like we haven't even gone into the new year yet. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say are some of Spurs' weaknesses so far? Because you've had a positive season, you've kept clean sheets, one more than us. You're on a little bit of an unbeaten run. You're scoring goals. Players are playing well. But, I'm pretty sure you're one of the real Spurs fans in that you've been playing elite, but there's still potential areas of concern or improvement. Like, is there areas that concern you? Like, if you was, let's just say, I'm not going to say you was an Arsenal. Let's just say you're Arteta. You're about to play Spurs. What areas do you look at? What players do you look at to target Spurs if you want a victory? Because I'm saying Orient. That little gap in between there. Get him on a yellow card.
You see. This I don't want to be biased because Ore is my guy. I actually tapped him. I don't want to be biased. I'm gonna be biased. You say you threw me under the bus. You threw me under the bus there. No, like I said, I feel like we even spoke about this, and I've kind of had this thought in my mind for a while as well. Like, get them early. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they like, if I was Arsenal, like, let's get them early. Let's press on them early because they're not the team. Like this, and this is another thing with the motivation. They're not a team once we've scored 2-3 goals, in the first half. They're not the team that would necessarily have the fire to kind of score 3-4 goals back. That's me. That's me as a Spurs fan. That's something I've noticed for a while. We don't have that essence in our team where it's like, guys. I mean, it might look like it, in the dressing room. We saw all or nothing. Harry Kane just fucking all of that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't feel. I feel like. If I was Arteta, I'd look at like, let's get them early. Let's get them back 4. Like let's get them on their toes from early and get them from early because they're not good at that. They're good at grabbing the late winners or the late equalizers. That's in my opinion. That's how I look at it, and it's mad because now I don't know who's watching, but but yeah, that's how I feel. That's what I feel our weaknesses, bro.
I respect that, man, and that's fair play. Like for Arsenal,
I got a question. Go on. Question. We know where Arsenal are on the table right now, yeah. How do you feel, bro? Going into this game, how do you feel about Arsenal, like, and then this against us?
About the club or just purely facing Spurs?
Purely facing Spurs, and we'll get into the club.
Purely facing Spurs. It's a weird one because I wouldn't say I'm confident. I'm just confident in Arsenal being consistently inconsistent in that, you know, you'll lose one game, you'll beat Spurs and you'll lose to Burnley. So hopefully that's that.
Or Wolves.
I'm concerned because I don't think form is relevant to a degree in North London derby, you know, and that's
Yeah,
definitely
because you
because
might
we ain't won
always,
the game.
yeah, you might
Yeah,
always do a mad thing.
for me, it's psychological, bro. Tactics, technical ability, all these things are relevant, but it's can we match the desire? And I look at the game last year, Arsenal don't learn our lessons because we had that in the bag. You threw it away in 25 minutes, you know. Kolasinac, that back pass, you know, Tierney's being left isolated with Toby Alderweireld for the second goal. So it's a case of can we learn from mistakes? And you've heard me say ifs and buts. These are not facts. So I'm concerned if we lose. I'm not gonna say I'd expect. I'm shocked because the way we're playing, you know, if you can't play well against some of the teams we've played before, Spurs are in form. It's a bit of a myth, which will hurt. So I can't say we're in form. All I want to say, all I want to see better yet is a performance. If you man do win, I want to say, all right, cool. You know what, Bale had his first good game in a Spurs shirt since he's come back. Kane has shown his ability. I don't want it to be the same old cheap mistake, switching off and the rest of it. But definitely the momentum's with Spurs, and definitely for the first time in a while, I've been fearful playing them in the sense that if I was Spurs fans, now if I were real talk, if I was Spurs or anyone included, anyone involved, I'd genuinely be vexed if 90 minute comes and I have not taken 3 points because, you know, I got 4 points of Chelsea and City. I'm not being funny, but if you can do that against them, Arsenal is baby food. That's how I'd be looking at it. And, you know, Leeds lost back-to-back games before bucking us. Clean sheet. Wolves played back five since Nuno, their manager's come. The minute he plays us, he goes to a back four. Man are vexed if they don't get 3 points, bro.
That was, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, with all disrespect, because you're Arsenal, with all disrespect, I'm confident.
Yeah,
with, with all disrespect, bro, like I'm confident going to this game. Like I said, like obviously Europa League is one thing. But I do feel like in recent times, our passion when it comes to North London derbies is increasing. Like I said, I want this will be giving me a good gauge of where everyone is at passion wise. Because passion plays a big part when wanting to win a title, bro. Like I hear all of that tactics and technical ability,
and passion and drive. Football's more mental than man understand. It's all it's 90% mental, 10% this tactic nonsense.
Jeez. You need to go start doing FA qualifications, my guy. But this is crazy, bro. I feel like I was in the dressing room. But no, it's fact. So for me, I'm gonna look at it as like this is one of the deciding factors of being a title contender, because it's all well and good. Like I said, there's technical ability in the team. There's the tactics are great. The manager's great. But as long as the players on the field don't have that, I need every single player to have that passion, bro. Like, and this is the North London derby, and it's like
11 man.
I said, most Spurs fans are confident. So it's like if we don't walk away, but when I'm gonna start to feel like, do we have the the guts? Because at the end of the day, we have the passion and the fire to win the Premier League. Because Arsenal, no offense, like you guys are the dope men of the league right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
hey, you ain't won a league title. You talking real bossy. You're gonna make me do it back in my day business. Hey, remember so Campbell? We took the Campbell Hey, don't let me do the back in my day business, fam. You're gonna get it. Man's gonna have to start talking about all four and that. Rob this view. Wait. One question. Wait. Are you current holders of a trophy by any chance? I just clocked.
Bro, the volume is looking crazy right now. Hold on. The volume is
this guy.
The volume is even crazy. Hold on, bro. What did you say?
You can't hear me.
This is what I was saying, though. I said, bro, it's real. Like, I don't care what any Tottenham fan says. As much as we'll give the smoke on the TL, we'll give smoke on the gram. We know behind closed doors we're sweating when it comes to trophy talk. We know that. We know this. I don't care if no one's gonna say. I'll say it, bro. We've been needing a trophy. Like when you look at the pick up, bro. Did you know how many was sitting there, brother? I was in the room with Arsenal fans, bro, and I just went to sleep, bro. It's mad. I went to sleep. I was like, do this. That's why I'm thinking, yo, this for me is passion, because as much as the common person might look at it and be like, even before you guys won the FA Cup, Tottenham are doing better than Arsenal. Even though there's nothing to show for it, they might feel like, yo, Tottenham are doing better than Arsenal. But since you guys won the trophies, one FA Cup, we've been looking at it like, to be honest, like at the end of the day, we need to win a trophy. But how can we do that? Because it's all well and good. The general perception is that we play better. At the end of the day, clearly you guys had a passion when it came to the stadium. You had a goal and you had a passion, and you fought towards that. And those are the results. Like, I hate to use you guys as a point of reference, but it's only because how much I was burning, how much I was burning. And I feel like going into this game, yeah, bro. I need to see that kind of get a gauge of where we are, because like you said, it's only December. We don't know, how the rest of the season will go. You know
And
what I mean?
the language I'm getting from you is the same as my boys. It's like I'm pretty sure you could list your own examples, but it's like when you're thinking of who's going to get a result, there's probably the whole team for Spurs is playing well, but in your heart, there's probably 5 or 6 man, if that like you're on this thing. And that's where it gets to me, bro, because that can't run. 11 man need to be on it. 25 man in the squad need to be on it. You're only as strong as the weakest link. I fully agree with what you're saying there.
Facts. No, and this is exactly like I said. Like most Spurs fans, at least the real ones, anyways, they know exactly what you're saying. And I feel like it's easier looking from the outside looking in, because you get a clearer. It's non-clouded. Like, for example, you asked me about Serge Aurier, and I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That kind of clouds your judgment. Yeah, but like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I agree with you. There are players in the squad that I feel like, are you sure about him? Like, does he need to fix up, or does he still need to be there? Like, what's going on? I feel like we spoke about Ali, and we mentioned
Doherty brothers looking rugby. I mean, he's an Arsenal fan and he's playing poor. Shout out to Doherty. He knows the thing. He knows the thing. Like, shout out to him. Make sure man start him on Sunday. He's a smart lad. I rate him, bro. He could have got a move to Arsenal. He said, "No, I'm going to Spurs." Shout out to you, man. doing what he can to ruin them thing there, man. I rate it.
No, bro. I just feel like, yeah, man. Going into this game on during the weekend, I'm confident. Hopefully we come out with the 3 points. But then again, you do as well. So it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how it goes. What do you think about Arteta and in general? What's going on?
I like him. I like Arteta, but
too harsh on him, man.
No, football is harsh, man. I think that's where I think with Arsenal, it's like you can criticize the players, but you can't you can't. There's certain people you can't criticize. Like for me, Arteta is bordering on that. Don't get it twisted. I feel man are too harsh on him, man. Just blame everyone. I feel that's what Arsenal fans do. You either just onto Arteta, just onto the Kroenkes, or just onto the players. Where you need to look at everything. I don't think he's been helped out. I think he's got good tactics, but for what I can blame him specifically on, I don't know who he's evidently improved. I think his tactics are a bit bewildering. I think he overcomplicates, and we shouldn't be. No matter what man say about Arsenal, what man say about Willian, about Pepe, about Lacazette, about Aubameyang, man shouldn't be sitting here to you and saying we're struggling to attack. We should be saying we're top heavy like we used to do. So you're doing something wrong, and not a single attacking player is excelling. Aubameyang's not even stat padding in and scoring goals. So there's something wrong with your tactics. It's like is it the Leeds game? I could be wrong, but statistically, what the midfield was Joe Willock, Xhaka, and Ceballos. Yeah, they all played poor because they played poor. I'm not blaming the manager, but when you look at the statistics,
the performance.
Yeah, it's some fuckery like Xhaka's passed to Joel one time. Joel's not passed to Ceballos. Ceballos has played to this brother twice. Joel's not tried to pass to Aubameyang. Leno has passed it to Aubameyang more times than them. So as Calam and stupid as these players are moving, surely that's down to the tactics or lack of. Because as much as I blame Bearman before Arteta because he's the manager and we've seen different players here and they're all crap. But at the same time, he's been here 10 months, bro. So if you haven't got a system right now, it's concerning. And then I have to assume what I'm seeing that I don't want it to be the system. Man, I have to start assuming what I'm seeing is the result of the work you're putting in and is your plan or lack of. When I hear him speak, he says things like, we need 6 or 7 man. He more or less says these men are not levels. These men are not good enough. I don't believe in them, innit? He more or less says that. So I think he kind of knows, but he overcomplicates things this year, people. And for you directly for asking me, I think he overcomplicates things. I do think what we needed to understand as well is that he's new to this thing. He's gonna make mistakes. So when he makes so when he makes mistakes, for me, bro, he has to learn fast or he needs to be helped. I don't think we've surrounded him with the transfers, with the support, with everything for a new man. It don't make sense.
No way. The support is. I was even I was even reading something the other day. It's like, it's crazy how back in the day, an assistant coach or he would get kind of like nurtured. He'd be nurtured to the point where he was comfortable, and confident and experienced enough to lead a whole squad. Nowadays, it's like you just get chucked in the deep end, and like you said, learn fast because you will get dropped. Like bro. I don't know if you saw with Vieira, sorry, like he got like sacked real quick. You get
He's
me?
gone,
Like
yeah. He's gone now from the knee stick, innit? He lost
gone,
the job.
gone, bro. Like even the
Ain't got time for that.
as well. Their fans are even crazy. Like they wanted him gone. So it's like there's no time, and it's true because football nowadays, obviously, it's a billion pound industry, but it's
Too
like
much peas, fam.
it's too much speed, and everything's like 100 miles per hour every second. Like it's so fast.
Right,
There's no
facts.
time for you. Like two losses in a row looks mad. Like you're
It
already
looks
starting.
mad for you, fam. You could lose your job,
You
bro.
could do 2 losses.
Henry lost
You're
his thing
only
in
on
Europa
5.
League, man. Forget that, He lost his thing in a dead rubber Europa League game. And you can see his face. He knew when it was the 89th minute, it's long. Like, I'll have to clear out my desk, hand back my key fob. I'm not touching Emirates and London Coley again. He knew it was long. He knew it was long.
That's what I'm saying. Like football's so fast, and if like the memes and how everything is with social media, we forget achievements quickly. Like you got your trophy really not too long ago. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And
A
everything
month.
was lit. Everything was lit back then. But now it's like people care about what you're doing now, and
It's
everything, like I
about
said,
now, fam.
happens so quickly. Everything's happened so quickly, and that's what I feel like Arteta, he's not given like I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like on Arsenal side, he's not being given. Because at least he won you guys a trophy. That's the difference. So
That's
it's
it. He
like
showed the thing, but you didn't
show
back
me
him.
it early, bro.
This
So
is
it's like
it.
what it is, man.
Not helping, man. Like for me, you knew you needed a creative man. Like I'm happy we signed Partey in it, but for me,
Yeah,
this is where Arsenal twang you
you
because
guys, you love that as well. You guys
fam,
love.
I'm not a fan of the videos and overdoing it and stuff because it's not enough. Nothing to do with Partey. It's not enough.
Yeah.
A serious team. We knew we needed a box to box man. We knew we needed a new creative man to play with Partey. A
Mm.
serious team gets both of them very early on. Instead, we didn't. On the end of the window, it looked wavy. 45 mil release clause for Partey.
Facts.
What I got from that is you haggled all summer. You tried to twang them and say, listen, if you don't agree cheaper, we've got other targets. We know you need peas. You're going to lose your peas. And then Atletico said, no, you wouldn't. And then we bottled it and we said, you know what? We was gassing all along. We got to run the bands in it. That's why it looked all wavy, That's why fans, because we didn't think we're getting no one, you see a man dance in the street and talk about Partey. And then we just get ripped, man. We just get ripped. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, fam. Like,
Well,
I
but
don't know.
as a Spurs fan, I'm always gonna find this entertaining seeing you guys crumble because it's great for us. It's great for our pride. You know what I'm saying? As a football fan, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is crazy because on the grand scheme of things, like I was saying, like it's not just down to one player. It's not just down to the manager. Of course, that's who will get the blame. At the end of the day, you got to look at
Facts.
it because you could use like switch over 3 to 5, managers. If the players aren't, performing, it doesn't mean
Same
anything.
variables
So,
are gonna stay the same, fam. Like it's gonna
you
stay
know
the
what I mean? You
same.
know what I mean?
Like it's facts, fam. It's facts. To wrap this up. Let me
Mm.
finally, in fact, before we wrap this up, I'm not gonna ask you that last, man. I want to plug you a bit. Obviously, for the people that who don't know, this guy's gone viral with his tunes and that, Like, if you want to have a good laugh at Spurs, he's got the tunes there. Let them know. How did you get
Bro,
into that? What made you want to start spitting, doing the rap thing? How did you fall into like rapping about Spurs and that, and tying your love for football and music
music,
together?
bro. Obviously, like music, obviously, a big part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is growing up in London.
Fact.
It's a big part of the culture. So naturally, you're gonna fall into that, especially with my background, family and music and stuff. And I think I'm just as passionate with football. And it's like sometimes, bro, you know how it is, man. Sometimes that's why
Mm,
you got into this. Sometimes you need a muse to you need an outlet to filter through either your frustration or the happiness you're feeling with your football. Because for some of people like me and you, it's like just talking about it in the pubs or like in the group chats or whatever. It's not enough. Like
not
you need,
enough, fam. We love it.
you've got big personalities. Like so, it's like you want to like filter and tunnel through whatever you're feeling about your team at the time. And for me, it's music, and I've honestly really enjoyed talking about my team through music. I mean, obviously, it just so happens for me. I've been quite a few people's bit, but it just so happens for me. I've been fortunate enough, for it to be picked up by loads of outlets. Like, I'm saying, I'm not gonna
Mm.
start, but it's like you said, it's gone viral a few times, and yeah, bro, I've just continue to represent. Man, to continue to represent for my team, and it's not like we're the most glorified team. I think that's why it's even more interesting. But you feel you can't control what team you fall in love with, what team you start supporting. So,
Mm.
but honestly, bro, aside from me, obviously people can find me Instagram at Michee.
Damn, your message is here, you know, on the screen, bro. People, you can check out his YouTube channel and his tunes. Get them up, man. No, on a serious note, away from Arsenal Spurs, I like it, man. You're doing music. I like people who do things that they like. I like what I like consistency, car. You know yourself, man. Man, try everything and they're not doing it. So you're following through with it. So shit, give him away from the Spurs banter, people. Support up the thing, hit the subscribe button and check out his music and whatnot. What do you feel like to go like? How do I make it make sense? Like viral, like I'm sure there must have been a day you just woke up, phone moving mad, you know, people DMing companies, DMing. What the hell does that feel like?
It's crazy because, like, even though I'm bantering Spurs, I even met up with I was in Tottenham, and obviously there's even like people in offices like playing my stuff. So I think it, you know, even there's been other times I'll just see my videos just like go like viral with Spurs and whatnot, and it's like you wake up, bro, like. Even like, and it's like, bro, it's mad. It's mad because, like you said, you can't. There's no science to it. The way Instagram is nowadays, if you go viral, it's 1 in a million. You feel me? So you know, you could go to bed like at 9 p.m. You know, with 20 notifications and like 7 follows, and then you wake up the next day, bro, and it's like 100 follows and 300 notifications, and that's it's going like that for a few hours. And obviously, I got a shout love to like Nike and that for even reaching out and just showing man love because like you, I mean, I think people appreciate when you follow through on something. It's not just a thing where it's like you have a bit of potential then you just leave it. I feel like my love for music and my love for Tottenham have been forever. So it's not a thing where it's like, okay, cool, just put buzz and man dies down. I think it's just I'm always gonna be dropping content, and whether it's on my Instagram, whether it's on my YouTube, I'm always gonna be dropping content. So people just look out for it. And I honestly, bro, I love seeing guys, from the area doing bits. And I've got
that was it for me. That's the main reason why I said forget the Spurs thing. Like, shout out to you for doing it because we know how it gets. You know how it could get. It's very easy to start doing other stuff. And for me, I'm sure you've been in it. Like, obviously, everyone's a bit more mature now, and eventually people have dealt with it. But when you maybe started music or thought of it, I'm pretty sure because I got it. It's like, what you doing a music thing? You got to do the YouTube thing. What is on? Because we used to be them brothers doing the exact same thing. So it's a bit of a mad one. It's mad, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got to give you your flowers because it's like, even with me, and you, like, it's consistency. I feel like you, bro, it's honestly consistency because you've got people who are subscribed to your thing and are interested in what you have to say, and that's a lot, bro. Like in a period where everyone's doing YouTube, and a lot of people just for the sake of it, you got to mine through to find the people who are genuinely passionate about this thing. And bro, I got to give it to you, like even my guy Turkish London as well, like passionate about this thing and going in like name 100 other people, bro. But you know how it is when you're on the spot. But like just so many good people who are just consistent and believe in their thing and passionate about it. So that's why I had to say, yo, no, man, I have to give you your flowers and big up your thing. I mean, you're up, you support Arsenal. It is what it is. We go through it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to give you your props, bro. 100%.
I appreciate it, my guy, man. It's love to see that we're both aspiring and keep pushing and stuff. And by God's grace, we will reach our goals. But to wrap this up, I'm gonna leave you with what's your score prediction for this game? Because I'm clipping this up if it gets rubby for you. I can't like
2-1 to us.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna
go. I hope it's a whitewash, but I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm gonna say.
He's saying be humble thing, but inside you're hoping for a mad thing.
Yeah, because it's a derby. Let's be real. There's gonna be more than. It might be more. It might even be 3-2. I think it can be. I want to say 3-2.
I think it's a 3-2.
I think it's gonna be goals, because the way Arsenal are against us in the derby, they're like, yo, I know you've been playing bad, but this is the derby, like this is Tottenham. We need to, you know what I'm saying? And you know this. And the same thing with us, I feel like, oh, yo, like Mourinho's gonna give us the battery in the back that we need. So scratch 2. I'm gonna say 3-2 to us. I'm gonna say 3-2, a late winner.
I'm gonna stay with the 2-1 Arsenal, but in my brain it's telling me 2-2.
Alexa, play Tion Wayne and Miss Deluded.
This guy, they should have threw me in that vid. Throw a man some coins. We all could have went clear, fam. Tion, you could have bust me, man. We could have went to buy. Well, we could have all went to buy. Could have been mad. Obviously, it would have got long on that plane with everybody. But it could have been lit. It could have been lit.
Bro, hey, listen. Therefore, Deluded. Man said, what? You don't think he will beat us? Mad. Oh, you're a fan. I hear you.
Boy, fam, remember what happened? You remember what happened at the Emirates one time where, no one gave us a chance, and I think Mustafi actually scored. So I'm hoping for more of that, but we ain't, to be fair, we ain't done good enough against you lot recently, fams. We ain't won. It's overdue. Go and do that. Go and William, I'm on to you. Go and make yourself a hero. Go and make yourself a man. Start scoring on Sunday. This is what I want to see, because I've got a football match earlier. I don't want to be tired watching on the live on my live watch along, stressed. Fans coming watching in live time, stressed. I deserve to smile, fam. I deserve to be happy, bro. Like, I'm happy now because we're bantering. I don't want to be here on Sunday. I'm not even watching Match of the Day. It's all dead. Like, it's all dead. I ain't watched Match of the Day in a minute.
I want to have Match of the Day schedule. I want to be like, yo, I want to rip Match of the Day. I want to be fast. I want to be happy for it. I want to look forward to it, because I know if you lose, I'm off the socials. I'm dropping something. I'm off the socials. I don't want to hear nothing if we lose.
This guy is...
It's cool.
Hey, you're killing me, man. But I love my guy for coming through. People, his stuff is in the messages, so make sure you show him some love, get them views up, help him get some more coins off this YouTube business. Love for cutting through, man. I appreciate it, even though he looks like played and them niggas there. Like,
keep killing it, keep doing the thing, because trust me, you soon be up there. Come on,
man. We're out, people. Done now, man. Please hit the like button on your way out. Support the man them's thing. We're gone.